Good afternoon, 5th and 6th graders. Today's science assignment is pages 6 through 9. This is your first assignment. Actually, let's go back to page 5 really quickly and follow along as I read. We're going to be talking about minerals and rocks. Now, if I didn't show them to you today, I have a box of minerals and rocks. And I'm going to let you, I'm going to hold it out and really can't let you pass it around. But I'll bring it around to where each of you can see it if I didn't do that already today. And so here at page number 5, it says this. It says, Dr. Munshall has recently finished 15 years of study, which he says gives him a better understanding of the journey rocks and minerals have taken in the over 4.5 billion years Earth has existed. The stardust from which our solar system started was actually quite simple, consisting of just a few elements, says Dr. Munshall. Pressures like gravity reshaped this dust into hundreds of different kinds of minerals. Dr. Munshall believes that volcanoes and water, as well as the evolution of plants and animals, also had an impact on mineral and rock formation. However, that effect took place over a long period of time through events such as volcanic eruptions and many local floods. And then it says to consider, did all minerals come from stardust? How does Dr. Munshall know that? It's a good question to ask. How does he know? He says, did all minerals come from stardust? Let's say you believe it does, or you don't believe it does. How does Dr. Munshall know that it does come from stardust, if that's the case? And you have to ask yourself, well, that is nothing he could possibly prove. There's no way he could possibly prove that. The second one says, where do rocks come from? And why do they look the way they do now? Well, he had some theories as to where rocks came from, and he said basically it was pressures like gravity reshaped that dust, that stardust, into the different kinds of minerals we have today, which makes them the different shapes. It makes them the different minerals that we have. And then the last question here, do Dr. Munshall's ideas agree with what God tells us in the Bible? And I think most of you would probably understand and say, absolutely not. That is not what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches that it didn't just happen by chance and it didn't take millions of years, but God did it in basically one day, if you want to talk about him creating the earth and the minerals and everything. But in 6 days, he created everything that is on the earth. The Bible is even clear about saying that everything that you see was not made with what is seen here on the earth. So it's not the things that are here do not help create the other things that are here. That's the idea of what it's talking about. And so you're going to read the rest of this, and it's going to be talking about layers of the earth. This would have been a great time for those of you that are in 6th grade, if last year we had gone to Mount St Helens at the end, because what we're talking about that geologists study and studying the different rocks and the things that we have here gives you an idea of an understanding. You get a better understanding when you've been to Mount St Helens already, because Mount St Helens actually is a perfect example of creation of what God has done, how he created the earth. And it gives us a good understanding of how a canyon like the Grand Canyon can be created in a short amount of time, like those that were created at Mount St. Helens. All right, well, that's it for science. Remember, take notes. Those notes should cover things about that are bolded words, and also should cover things that are the topic sentences of paragraphs or the captions, and also the things like on page 7 you have this thing that says meet the scientist Benno Gutenberg, and their information in there. You can write a few of those things down. When we have the tests or quizzes, you can use these notes, and so writing the words and the definitions would be very helpful. However, one thing you have to make sure as you do is take good notes, because you just write everything down, it's going to be harder to find the things you need, because the tests and quizzes will be timed. So the way you take notes is going to be a big help for you, and so you want to make sure that you do that correctly. All right, well, that's it for today, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Don't forget to remind me if I didn't show you the rocks today, that tomorrow, to remind me about that so I can bring those rocks around, those rocks that I have that are different minerals. All right. Have a good afternoon. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.